guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to Throwback Thursday for this week. Who, by the way, Monique B is actually the one who picked this candle out, which I was pretty excited because I've had nothing but success with these particular 3-wick candles from this company. So I'm excited to bring to you DW Home Peony Petals. It's kind of hard to see. I'm just about to go to work. So the sun's kind of in a weird spot for where it's normally at. So I picked this up at HomeSense for $12.99 in Canada. I think in the States you probably pay $9.99 or $10.99. You're always a couple bucks cheaper. This is supposed to be approximately a 24-hour burn, which generally I find that because it's 3 wicks, it burns faster. Before we go too much further, I will read to you. By the way, I was so excited. I'll explain in a moment. When I've been smelling this candle when it's burning and I'm like, there's something there. And then when I finally dug out the scent description that DW Home has for this, I was like, yes, I was right. I was so happy. I'm, again, not competitive at all. So anyway, DW Home Peony Petals. This is their description of this candle. Sparkling sunny blend of dew-covered peony, illuminated by crisp notes of garden rose, sugared freesia, and bright marigold. Now, I quite enjoyed it. I'm not much of a floral person. Again, I picked it up because I'm like, this would be really, good to try for the springtime, because summer is mostly fruits and coconutty type things for me, and winter times is normally heady and spicy and that kind of thing, and bakery notes. So I did like it upon picking it up at HomeSense. But here's the thing. I lit this thing for the first time, 5 hours the first time. Holy moly, it's just like the scent just kind of filled up like this has been burning in my bedrooms, but creeping out this way, all the way out in here. It was fabulous. And then there was a few times, like, I think I burnt this about 4 times now. It got a little bit more mild as it burnt down. Preface always by stating that I trim my wicks prior to the next burn, so that's why they're long. But I really enjoy this. Although it has toned down a little bit, I can still smell it. It's, I'd say when it first burned, the first 5 hours, I'd give it like an 8 or a 9. Now I would probably give it a healthy 6.5, 7. Because it is definitely still there and prevalent in my bedroom, and it still wafts out a little bit. But it's not as pungent as it was at the beginning. And then there's the burn here, and I'll go on to some scent descriptions here in a moment, but compare what I thought to what their scent description says online. I live by a pager. When I'm not working at my paid work, I am a volunteer firefighter, for those of you who don't already know, in my local fire hall. So when my pager goes off and I'm home, I'm blowing out candles and out the door. Safety first. So there was about 2 times where, and that's why you will see there's a little bit of, I blame it on that, because it was around that area where I only lit this thing for like 30 minutes and then my pager went off and I blow it out. So it was starting to do the 3 little rings, which it would normally do, but it didn't have a chance to cool out. So I will obviously, when this becomes empty, tell you how at the very end, if it burnt really well, you'll be able to tell, but otherwise it's very nice. I've had nothing but luck with 3-wick DW Home candles. My very favorite one for 2015, my very favorite candle in 2015 was DW Home Peppermint Bark. Still to this day, there's just something about it that it's my strings. I'm like, oh my God, it smells so good. But I've had nothing but great success with 3 wicks from them. Again, I will obviously be checking it out as I go further down in this candle, as it burns down further. Now, as for scent description, so what I was going to say is that when I first burnt this, I'm like, this reminds me of trigger. Something triggered me for like a childhood memory. And it wasn't peony, it was rose. And not sickening grandma rose, but it reminded me of my grandmother's roses in her backyard. And it reminded me of dewy petals, like, because we would, go outside and we, in the morning in the Okanagan, and you could, there was still dew on the petals, right? And it was, I don't know what dew smells like per se, but it reminded me of going outside to my grandparents' rose garden and smelling the roses. So when I wrote out in my candle Bible, what the scent description said by DW Home, and they used of garden crisp notes of garden roses. I was like, that's what I smell. That's what I smell. Peony, no. And I even compare it to, I've got about 2 or 3 other peony candles here coming up. So definitely just a very nice rose scent. I don't even know how to describe it. So maybe not so much peony, but definitely rose in my mind, my memory trig, all that kind of thing. So I would highly recommend this if you find it at Home Sense, Home Sense Winners, TJ Maxx, Marshalls, and Home Goods in the States. Definitely pick this up. Like I say, I think yours in the States will probably be either $9.99 or $10.99. In Canada, I got it for $12.99. So thank you very much, Monique B. She's been a subscriber of mine for quite some time. So thank you so much for picking this. And this is fabulous. I really like it. Again, I cannot vouch for the 1 wick or the 2 wicks in this because I only burned the 3 wick, but I would definitely recommend the 3 wick anyway. Loved it. So thanks again, Monique B. I have some more candles for you to pick. As per usual, the first person who makes a comment down below in the comment section asking me which one of these candles that they would like me to burn, and we'll do a review for you, for everyone. I will acknowledge that person, and so on and so forth. You know the drill, everyone. So here are some selections. We have DW Home 3 wick in a lilac blossom. And we have an Equise candle in pink peony. Oh, sorry. Is that what it's called? Yeah, pink. Oh, yeah, pink peony. Sorry, I was reading other things. It's that one. So I have another peony one and another peony one, but this is a mixture. It's a DW Home 2 wick candle in cherry blossom and peony. There's that. And we have a little hobnail jar in honeysuckle from Bath & Body Works. And a broken hobnail jar that I broke. Oops. Lilac blossom. If this gets selected, of course, I will be melting it. And 3 more candles. The next 3 are from Bath & Body Works. This one's Home Sweet Caramel Comfort. It's like a caramel apple. There's a little bunny on my lawn out there. It's so cute. Sorry, I have like the weirdest. I have deer sometimes. I have bunny rabbits. So Cherry Blossom Sangria. And lastly, I have Sparkling Limeade. There you go, you guys. And thank you so much for everything. Those of you who don't know, I do have an Instagram account. It's called Canada Kim 1978, but Canada is spelled with a K in that one. I want to thank everybody who responded to a photo I put up of a local Royal Canadian Mounted Police or RCMP officer who was killed actually very, very early on Tuesday morning at the end of her shift by a drunk driver. So she wasn't even pulling this person over. I want to tell you this now because I can. It's all out there in public. I didn't want to say anything on my Instagram. So not preaching, but she just got off of mat leave or maternity leave. So she has like a 3-year-old son and a 1-year-old son, and they're never going to see their mom again. So because of an idiot who decided to drink, and because I guess he saw a police car, she was driving her police car, but she wasn't after him. He hit her and killed her instantly, thankfully instantly, and there's no suffering. So I want to thank you guys very much. In Canada, the RCMP is the largest police force in this entire nation. That spreads out on all territories and provinces. And so we lost a sister yesterday. So yeah, so you guys, thank you so much for all your outpouring and concerns and prayers and everything like that. I just feel for the family, obviously, and my officers from my office ended up going down there to have to, be down there because that's just the nature of their job. So yeah, you guys, thanks so very much for being there. And I know everyone, just like cancer, probably most everyone knows somebody who has been affected by drinking and driving and that kind of thing. So as always, as I always say at the end of my videos, I'm going to be positive here, is always be safe. And that entails everything. Just have fun, but be safe. Don't be stupid, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So you guys, thanks so very much again for sticking with me. I have like, I don't know, 700 and some odd, 728, I think, subscribers. You guys are amazing. So much positiveness on this channel, and I appreciate it. And that's where I'd love to keep it as well. So you guys are awesome, and I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. Take care, everyone. Be safe.